doing that again.
Step into the paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler, brought to you by Paranormal Inc., right here on WLFE DB Radio.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of Step into the Paranormal. 33. This is Ernie Atwell. I'm Dave Seiler. And if you notice, we have a little bit of difference going on back behind us. So we rearranged the world because people keep giving us things. So we decided to honor them. If you look over here, right about there, from TNSOS, we have stuff from Dan Class. We have stuff, a whole bunch of books. We have stuff over here. Well, there you go, right there. It's behind me. Which is a book that was given to us by one of our favorite people.
Miss.
Oh, my brain just stalled. Jaden's and Sue Whittle. There you go. Sorry, I'm old. And then we have some mugs that were given to us, things like that. So we're starting a collection.
We can't say yet who gave us that mug because here's the deal. Those mugs was given to us and to the G crew. And she's kind of,
yep.
I don't want to say embarrassed, but feels funny about the G crew getting it. So that's our secret. But we know who it is,
yep,
right?
But it's a cool mug.
We'll give you a hint. We'll be with her in May.
We also have apparently possibly some haunted dolls coming.
Yes.
So we're saving that shelf over there and that shelf right.
No, the haunted doll's going over here behind David Seiler.
Right there.
So if something starts choking him, man, do we have a lot to talk about tonight?
Oh, definitely. We had some fun at last night.
We had our, I think it was our third event at the Samuel Miller Mansion in Columbia, Pennsylvania, and some really sporadic, off-the-wall things happened that it was kind of weird. And we had Kelly Miller, a medium Kelly Miller, with us, and it was a good night. And for those that, because it was sold out, and for those that didn't get to make it because there was a waiting list, what Amy did was she made a waiting list. So if someone would cancel, that she would draw from that list. But we were in the works right now. I'm waiting for a confirmation date. We are going back for another investigation. So
definitely.
Whoever wasn't
overbooked.
Yeah, whoever wasn't able to make it last night can be at the next one. It's going to be soon too. It's not like 6 months away. We're talking a matter of weeks.
Yep. So we're going to have to. So we got a whole bunch of good people in here. Kelly's in here. Ted's in here. Jody's in here. Craig's in here.
All right. What's up, guys?
Hey, guys. So we are going to bring in a very special guest. I'll let you introduce her.
Our guest today is a very dear friend of ours. She is from Jersey. That's how she was given the nickname Jersey. Our guest is Anna. She is a paranormal investigator, a medium. She owns a very cool store, but I'll let her tell you about that. So without further ado,
Anna Brandimarte.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. I'm happy to be on tonight.
How's things in Jersey?
Crazy, like always.
I'm not going to
Jersey for you.
I'm not going to say in Jersey where Anna's from, but I'll give you guys a hint. My favorite UFC fighter from Jersey is from the same town Anna's in. Frankie Edgar. So
nice.
If you follow the UFC, then you know where she's at. Anna.
Yes.
Got a question for you, my dear.
Sure.
What exactly got you involved into the paranormal? Was it the fact that you're a medium, or did you discover that after you started investigating the paranormal?
I discovered it growing up, actually. I always had some weird experiences growing up, and I couldn't explain what they were. And as time went on, I kept seeing more and more and more. And so ever since then, I wanted to find more answers why I kept seeing these things, why they were coming to me. So after that, I took off to being a paranormal investigator and just wanted to continue and wanting to know what was in the beyond in the spirit world.
Wow. How has being a medium, has it helped you with your investigating? I mean, do you rely a lot on that, or?
No, I don't actually, because sometimes being a medium can bring you into sometimes trouble, sometimes not, because if you really want to see a lot of things, you gotta be really careful with being a medium. A lot of times I like to keep it closed. There's reasons for it, because there's a lot of different types of spirits between good and evil, and the evil side is where I try to stay away from. So, but there's times where I'm helping clients where I want to use my mediumship, which really is very helpful to them. But most of the time I do keep it off, only because there's a reason for that. So, because I like to walk in, know what's there before I turn it on, and then when I go into somewhere, I want to make sure, because when I walk into a room, I can actually feel where it's negative or is it good. So it kind of really does help in the long run being a medium.
So the last event we were at together and Dave and I walked in the room, did you feel something good or feel something bad?
Well, I wouldn't give you an answer for that, but I wasn't there.
Smart.
If I was there, I would give you an answer for that one.
We met Anna in 2018. Remember Anna at the Gettysburg Bash?
How can I not forget? It
was Anna was kind of like across from us, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And last year, 2019, you were actually across from us again somehow. You wound up, you know what I mean? Because we were against the wall as soon as you come in, and you were a little bit in front of us.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be there next year. Hopefully they'll have it again. So
yeah,
I plan on being there.
I was just going to say, I hope everything with all this craziness.
No, it's so crazy. I can't wait to get back into swing of things and, getting to see you guys again. And it's so crazy. I hate it.
This actually last night, our event last night was our final makeup date of events that got postponed because of the madness going on in the world.
The wonderful.
So yeah, because last night's event was originally supposed to be, I think it was April. In April.
And apparently it was so popular we need to make another one quick.
Yeah, well, that's a really, Anna, you would like this place. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The things that happened last night wasn't your typical evidence, I guess you could say. It was a lot of disembodied voices. And they were very credible, as well as people seeing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had quite a few skeptics with us last night. And I think that they had more experiences than us or other investigators that came to investigate there. It was really weird. You definitely have to make it there one day, man.
I would love to. If I have to drive, I will drive.
Yeah, it's only a few hours from you.
That's fine. Yeah, not a big deal. I would love to come out there and check the place out.
Yeah, it's definitely like something you see on a TV. I don't mean a paranormal show, but I'm saying like off a spooky show.
Yeah.
It's definitely has that vibe about it.
Our equipment, like in a couple of the rooms, would just, I thought my battery was freaking out on my REM pod, but I finally ended up having to stick it in my hand away from the floor and to get it to stop actually going off. And I'm like, all right, now it's on my hand. What are you going to do? And it started going off in my hand.
But you'll be interested in this, Anna. We had a lot of experiences where Dave and we separated the group. So we had two smaller groups. And the place is so big that we could do whatever really we wanted to do, and we wasn't contaminating each other as long as we wasn't on the same floor.
And hello to Miss April.
Hey, April. But what we were experiencing was like, I would be doing some sort of experiment or asking questions or what have you, and Dave would receive the answers upstairs.
I finally had to call him because I heard him at one point.
Well, at one point I was doing a spirit box session, and I got a message on my phone, and it happened to be Scott Porter, and I gave him a brief, return message that I was there. And Dave immediately radios down and says, "Hey, what do you got going on? Or what did you ask?" And I said, "Well, Porter just messaged me." And he goes, "I got a response on my spirit box that said, Ernie, he's filming.
He's filming right now."
Yeah. And I don't know if Scott was or not.
I don't know, but that was just bizarre.
It was just a hell of a coincidence. I mean, since we were there 5 hours and it happened at that exact moment, but that wasn't the only thing where it seemed like whatever Dave was asking was coming to me and vice versa. So it was pretty neat. Anna Banana, tell us about your candle shop.
So my candle shop is just an online store for right now. My main goal soon is to open up one after all this crazy pandemic. It's going to take maybe a year or two or so before I actually do open it up. But I am working on putting up a website. I do sell my candles on my Facebook page and stuff like that. It's mostly about any type of candle there is. It doesn't have to be just for spells. It can be horror. It can be any type of theme. I can make candles for paranormal teams, but I do candles, different type of spells, plain candles. It's kind of like out of the ordinary. You never know what kind of candle you're gonna get. Like, you can just walk into a witch store and you see, okay, you got this display. Mine is gonna be, like I said, out of the ordinary, weird, and what new she's gonna have today type thing.
Right.
But I'm hoping after the new year that I'm gonna have new items besides candles that I am working on, which I am very proud of. That one of my items came out very well, which I was very surprised, which I am going to have it for after December, because it does take a long time to make, about a week. So yeah, it's almost done. It's not fully done yet, but when it is fully done, I will have it up and running and priced and everything for everyone. So I'm really excited about it. And like I said, my main goal is to have a store, but not yet. I'm going to wait until all this pandemic is over. Maybe in a year or so, I'll have one. But if not, it will be up and running online. So don't be too disappointed. Either way, you'll get a shot. So
nice.
Well, Christmas is coming up, and I don't know just how good you are at this, but possibly make a candle for me to give Dave as a present that'll kind of
I would love to
settle him down or make him somewhat normal.
Well, like I said, you never know what kind of candles will just come your way. So if you really want me to make you guys a special candle, I think I can do that.
Yeah. If I seem fidgety tonight's episode, Dave took my big boy chair away, and I'm sitting in this damn uncomfortable chair, and I keep sliding down, and I feel like I'm in a movie theater
because I moved everything, and if not, he's going to be up here.
But Anna, tell us what got you out there investigating the paranormal. I mean, I understand your whole medium side of it, and I being your friend and seeing everything on social media, I know what all your interests are and the things that you like and stuff like that. But what led you to take that step and say, hey, it's at that point in time in my life where I need to get out there and investigate on my own?
Like I said, ever since I was a kid and I experienced a lot of weird things that I couldn't explain. And after my parents passed away, it made me want to get into it more and more and more because I was getting a lot of weird images, weird answers, and it made me want to see what the spirit world was actually like. I'm very fascinated by it. It's very drawn to me ever since I was little. So I was just very interested in it.
What is there a lot of spots in Jersey?
Oh yeah, there's lots of spots in Jersey. Actually, I just been to a couple of them this week. I do have my own team that I'm trying to build, and we've been doing some discovery where right now I'm just going to the location, checking them out, and seeing what they're all about. If they're haunted, they're not haunted, and see that it's actually, what they are talking about on YouTube and all that other stuff. So right now I'm taking time to do journeys and finding out what's actually out there for myself.
Right. Are there any locations near you that's close by?
Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
Okay. That's close to you.
That's a real big one. I was actually just off at exit 52 yesterday. I was in the woods. It was amazing.
I tell you what, I know everything about that legend and that story, and I think I've seen every program and read every article on that. And Dave, we've got to go there.
Let's go.
Yeah, exit 52. It's really, really cool out there. It's got a historical village. It's got a cemetery. It's got what's called the ruins. It used to be a building, but they call it the ruins now.
Yes.
So it's really hard to find because it's actually really in the woods. I only found like half of it so far. I was like, oh my God, there's more pieces. Because when you're like near the road, you can actually go from the road into where it actually is. But it's a really huge park. So you got to really know what you're doing in there.
Have you yourself or anyone you're affiliated with, have you had any experiences when in the Pine Barrens or?
When we were there yesterday, it was very strange because once you start walking into the woods, we thought at one point we were seeing another building, but it was actually trees that actually looked like a building. And the more we got towards it, it wasn't actually there. And then we started hearing disembodied voices and people walking, but there was nobody near us. So we couldn't explain that. We kept hearing a woman, a baby screaming at one point, and it was just really strange. And we made sure there was nobody around, there was nobody on the other side. And we were just by ourselves. It was like really creepy.
So being from Jersey and still living there and growing up, hearing that legend and learning about it and actually even visiting the place, what's your opinion on it? I mean, you think it's the real deal, or you think it's mostly legend, or what would you say?
I think some of it is mostly legend. We have a lot of urban legends out here. You're going to have to go see it for yourself if you really want to know if it's true or not. So that's what I'm doing for myself right now. I want to go see if it's actually real or just legend. So
I think, well, winter's coming out, Dave. We ought to hook that up for the spring.
Definitely. It's definitely worth it.
You're the scheduler, and
yeah, I'm the scheduler.
I'm the tech guy. That's why I'm looking down because I'm answering everybody, making sure.
That's okay.
So what do you think, man? Would you?
Yeah.
I would go there.
Oh, definitely. Let's go.
All right, yeah, we're gonna hook that up, man, in the spring, and you're gonna come with us, right?
Yes, I will. I would definitely be there.
You can be our tour guide.
Of course I will. I'd be honored.
All right. You know, when Paranormal Inc. goes somewhere, we're always fed pizza, right? So
yes, I'll make sure there's pizza there. Pizza is known for Jersey, so
I'm just putting that out there. Like when we go down.
That's okay. Hey, if I have to bring the pizza to you, I'll bring the pizza to you. I'll be happy to.
Like when we go to Shepherdstown, when we go down to Shepherdstown where they film Ghost of Shepherdstown, first place we go.
Yep.
First place we go every day.
Man. Yep.
That place is so good.
There's a pizza shop down there to die for. So
yeah, pizza down where I live in Seaside is the best. The best is humongous. It's the best pizza I ever ate. Besides
you're close to Seaside?
Yeah, I'm only 5 minutes.
See, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
You know I vacation in
yeah, I see.
You knew that, right?
Yeah, I'm right off of Fisher Boulevard.
Wow. Maybe we'll have to hook up an investigation. I can sneak away from the resort and come up in July, investigate.
Yeah, you gotta have some fun. Yeah.
Asbury Park's got a lot of interesting things too.
You know what? I saw on Kindred Spirits when Amy and Adam went there. Did you see that?
No, I haven't been keeping up with it.
That was on last year's season, I think, of Kindred Spirits. That was amazing because I grew up going to Jersey. I mean, even though we're in Maryland, we weren't an Ocean City, Maryland family. We always went to Jersey. My uncle used to own a hotel up there and all that stuff. And all the years going up there, man, I never knew that place was haunted.
Yeah, I was just up there Friday. There's so much stuff up there. It's ridiculous. It's very popular for the paranormal.
I got to tell you this story, Anna. My friend Kim is watching, who was a guest on our show a few episodes ago, and
April's watching.
And April's from Jersey too. But Kim was with us last night, and we were in a workshop, and we were doing like a spirit box session, okay? And this voice, it didn't come through the spirit box. It was a disembodied voice.
Mm-hmm.
Male voice, kind of angry sounding, sound like a chain smoker type voice.
Oh boy.
Shouted my name. I know it wasn't my imagination because everyone in the group turned around and looked. I didn't say what I thought it said, but I asked someone in the group, I was like, did you hear that? And they was like, he called your name. And Kim, do me a favor. I spoke to Kelly Miller prior to tonight's episode.
Kelly just said, and it was loud.
Yeah. Kelly, Kim, all these women, man, Kim, Kelly, Katie. I'm getting all the K's mixed up. Kim, I believe you were recording. Kelly asked me to ask you to please check back and see if you recorded that. We got to get, if you have it, we got to get that up on the episode or on our page. So it was very interesting, man. It was several disembodied voices, and there was a lot of people being touched. So
keep your hands to yourself.
Dave felt left out. He didn't get touched last night. He had to touch everybody.
No, we had there's a lot of kids there, children's spirits, because there was a toy factory there, and there was actually, from what we understand, some kind of major incident. I think it was a fire or something to that effect.
Yes.
And kids got actually trapped and killed. So they'll walk around tugging on you, pulling your hair, holding your hand, things like that.
Well, I had one point before the event started, I did a walkthrough with our medium, Kelly Miller, and Kelly and myself and Katie was upstairs, and the room last time when we were there, where I saw the shadow go in and go around the corner,
right?
We were actually standing in the threshold of that room, and Kelly was telling me what she was picking up on, and I felt, and it wasn't just once, it felt like somebody was standing there going like this to my cheekbone, just like lightly caressing my face. I had told Kelly and Katie that, but then later on in the evening, someone was in the same area. I don't know the person. They were just a guest last night. And they said it feels like my face is being caressed.
Well, how about the 3 bumps coming down the steps?
Yes. Oh, I didn't tell you this part. Dave and I did our initial walkthrough, Anna, and it's a big old-time stairwell with around a wooden banister. It kind of like wraps around. Dave and I come down the steps. I was in the front. I come onto the floor. Dave walks down. He's on the floor, and we're standing there talking. And Dave heard someone come down 3 more steps.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, at the end of the night, my partner from work, Eli, and his wife were there. And his wife, not knowing that you had heard that.
I only told Ernie that before everybody got there.
I went up to him. I said, hey, did you guys have fun? Whatever. What'd you think? And she says, hey, when we just come down those steps, when we got to the bottom, she said, I heard 3 more footsteps behind us. So everything like that was kind of adding up. But it's just, we couldn't put it together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It would happen to this person, and then maybe an hour later it would happen to this person.
And it was the same thing, and we were in different groups. It wasn't until the end and everyone started talking, kind of collaborate a little bit, that we found out.
It's a really, really wild place.
But we couldn't pinpoint like, yeah, this is who we think it is, or yeah, this is what we think it is. It was just sporadic stuff.
Yep.
Now Kelly had a thing going on doing the flashlight experiment. And Dave, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah. I mean, because I know that's your thing with the
Yep. Oh yeah.
With the flashlights.
Okay. Kim, yes, oh my God, it was crazy. I recorded so much crazy evidence, Ernie. Here, let me post that up.
Wow.
Yeah. Kim, please put it up in Paranormal Inc. We would love it. If you guys don't know how to get to our Facebook site, we love any pictures you have. We love any audio you have. www.paranormalinc.net, and then right at the top, once you hit enter site, at the top you'll see a Facebook link and our YouTube link, so you can watch the shows, you can watch some of the evidence we've caught. But please post it, become a member of Paranormal Inc. We welcome anything. We don't laugh at you, we don't scoff at you. We want to see it. We love it.
I only laugh at one person on that page. And anything you have going on with your shop or with your team or whatever.
You know what that is? That's the finger, because I'm not going to give him the bird.
Anything you have going on, because I see you posting on Instagram and everything, please put it on our Paranormal
Yes,
page.
Please.
I will. I would definitely do that. We just did some EVPs yesterday, so I haven't gone through anything yet. So once I do that tomorrow, if I hear anything, I'll post it on there for you.
Awesome.
Anything I need, I'll be willing to help you guys out.
All right, that'll work, definitely. Sweet. What got you into the whole candle business? I mean, that's kind of different from,
Yeah, it is. You know what? I always had a passion for the craft and witches and that whole other side since I was growing up. My aunt was into it. I was very fascinated into the candles and spells, and for some reason something just popped and was like, okay, well, why don't I just go ahead and start creating candles and potion bottles and stuff like that. So I started out really small, and I started doing events and started going out to be really well, and ever since then it's I can't stop. So I just want to keep going and going. But I have a passion for it. So I ever since I was little, I've always had.
Is there a big market for that type of stuff?
Yeah, a lot of online. If you go online, you'll see a lot of it. Surprisingly, so just click in the internet and it'll come all up. So.
Right. What being at the Gettysburg Bash with us a few times, I always resort back to this. What do you like most about going up there for that 3-day event? Because I was telling a buddy of mine last night, we were speaking when I was driving home from Columbia, and you know, he's coming up next year.
That's from Carol. She just sent me the pictures.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good picture, dude.
What
wow.
Sorry. What's your favorite part about the bash?
Everything. Between you guys and the paranormal friends and just being up there with everybody. It always feels like family every time you go up there.
It is. And that I tell you, it has to do with Pam and Steve, of course, and Eric,
really
Julian.
Very well with the event.
They do Pam and Steve and Eric and our friends Stephanie, Lori. It's just the work that they put into that and the way that they bring. I mean, because you have to figure. Look, the last time that event went off, Anna, look how many vendors were there. You know, I mean, look how many were there, and you know how many, TV personalities were there, and people from all over the country.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I always jokingly, but I mean it wholeheartedly. Like when we start announcing, the bash is coming up, I always say it's the family reunion. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. That's what it feels like all the time.
So much fun. And, it's 3 days and we don't leave the building. I mean, there's no need to. We don't.
Kelly's asking, what is Anne's favorite place to investigate?
What is your favorite place to investigate, Anna?
Oh, God, I have so many. Let's go down the list. I would say, since we're talking about Gettysburg, I love investigating Gettysburg. You can't go wrong. You always get something no matter where you go.
I said
never disappointed.
There's crazy stuff in Gettysburg. I'm sorry.
I say that all the time. I don't think there's ever been a time where I come back from Gettysburg where I'm not scratching my head.
Yep.
And I've been up there for other occasions other than paranormal, and I'll just wind up taking a photo or whatever, and still come up with something. So it's like you never come home empty-handed. A friend of mine that was at our event last night, he's actually in Gettysburg right now and just sent me some photos. And I didn't have time to review them yet, but he's up there right now.
You see that photo we caught last night? All right, so at Sam Miller Mansion, I went downstairs with a small group. We're downstairs by where the Underground Railroad tunnel used to come in, but it's been blocked off. And I keep getting really lightheaded, but my equipment keeps going off as we're answering questions. One of our members, was speaking in Russian and getting responses in Russian on the spirit box. Really cool place. When we went upstairs later on, Ali went down and actually took several photos, and you can see clear, 4 or 5 photos. Nothing. Big black. Looks like a person standing right where I was standing. And then nothing.
Right. Well, shortly after he took that photo, because if you remember, Dave, we were on the
Pam.
We were on the second floor, and I was eager to get down in the basement. And I forget who it was. It was in my group, but they literally, and I don't think they were aware of Ollie's photo, but they literally heard someone talking over there, right where he captured that photo. And that's just how the night went.
Yeah.
It was more personal experiences than physical evidence to view, but everything kind of not lined up to figure out what we think it is, but it was like, you heard a voice there. Oh shoot! An hour ago, someone got a shadow there, or oh, you heard this over here. That's where someone was touched 30 minutes ago. It was
just a bizarre experience. And usually I sleep about 6 hours a night. So I usually go to bed 10 o'clock, get up at 5 o'clock, whatever, or 11 o'clock, But I got up at 9 o'clock because I got home at 2 o'clock, got up at 9 o'clock, let the dog out, got a quick bite to eat, laid down on the couch and passed out till 1 o'clock. And I still have a paranormal hangover.
Yeah.
So I feel like
the worst.
Drained.
Yeah. I think what gets me is, I'm sure you guys agree, it's not so much the energy used during the investigation. I think it's the buildup of energy and the anticipation of the event. It's like Christmas. You know, to me, the most fun part of Christmas is the month leading up to it. Mm-hmm. And then once Christmas gets there, you're like, oh, I'm so exhausted. And that's the same with me. Like we were joking before, like, you know, Dave and I have been some really far places, and it's not always the destination, but it's the journey getting there. Yep. And for me, that is what stresses me out or tires me out, is that energy buildup and that excitement. And then once the event, you're in the midst of the event, you have that like energy dump.
Yeah.
And that's what
well, mine, it was just like suddenly last night I was going strong, and all of a sudden it's like, oh Lord, right? Like about probably 10 o'clock, it felt like somebody literally pulled my plug.
Yeah.
And I actually got lightheaded from the basement, came upstairs, and I just wanted to sit.
Right.
It's just, I got real lightheaded. And even Grace the whole way home was going, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, that feeling is the worst.
Isn't it? Anna, how was Halloween?
Oh, I made the best of it. We did okay, and there wasn't too much going on. So with the pandemic, it really made things really hard this year.
This is John McGinnis.
John was there last night.
He has a pair on him.
What do you know? How is Halloween normally in your town? Is it usually good or?
Oh yeah, it's so busy you can't walk down the street. It gets really packed. But because of the pandemic, they, left candy outside and stuff like that. Some of the lights were off from the housing, and there was kids trick or treating and stuff. But it was less than last year. It was kind of sad in a way.
Right.
I tell you, normally I'm off. I make sure I'm off every Halloween. With the craziness going on, I was scheduled to work this year, so I was like, I'm not even going to bother taking off, So, and I was at work from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. So I got to work, in the prime hours of Halloween, so to speak, and it was so disappointing because the last time I worked Halloween was probably about 15 years ago, and I remember I was literally like riding around and there were just kids everywhere. And, I would even go to the point where I would buy candy and like, I would sit like at an intersection for a while and give candy out from my police car as kids went by. And the whole entire night of Halloween, Eli that was there last night, I'm actually training him at work. So we've been together and we rode around all night, and I think we saw between 6 to 10 kids. It was just so. Now, don't get me wrong; we were busy as hell at work, but as far as the Halloween aspect of it, it was just nothing.
I was born October 30th. I've always loved Halloween. That's my time of year, and I still went outside and scared the hell out of all the trickers that came up.
Tell Ann about the kid.
Oh my!
Listen to this, Anna. This is funny.
So I actually have a Grim Reaper costume on. And I'm sitting at the end of my walkway, and one of my daughter's friends is up on my porch with one of those the purge masks on.
Mm-hmm.
Giving out candy, and I'll just go zzz, zzz, zzz. And as they walk by me like I'm nothing, I'll creep up behind them.
So they thought you was like
one of those robot things out front.
I was going to say a dummy.
So all I did was, as they walk by and they're no longer paying attention, I'd creep up behind them. And I'd just stand there and I'd go, boo, as they turned around. This little boy turned around and went, shook. No, nothing was coming out. He finally did like a Scooby-Doo moment and shot out to the road, out by his mom. He turned around and went, what the was that? And his mom just hit the ground laughing. It was hysterical. I mean, he just like, the shaking and you could see he was screaming, but nothing was coming out.
Anna, you have to see, and I know Dave's not exaggerating because a few years ago, we led an investigation at a mansion, and it was for their Halloween party. So Dave and I dressed up for the beginning part of the party, and he wore his Grim Reaper costume.
And he was a priest.
I was a priest. And you have to imagine Dave's 6'5",
6'6",
6'6", dressed as a Grim Reaper,
complete black scathe necklace. I have a noose hanging off of my belt, a dead hand in it. That's a severed hand.
And I tell you, man, that was a hell of a costume, man.
Well, so all I do is stand out there, and I sometimes I'll put these glowing red eyes in, and I'll just go back and forth, and just keep doing the same. This one lady walked by, and I snuck up behind her. She went, "Oh!" And she ran, and she actually ran her husband over, who was in my driveway, who at that point is on the ground laughing. And she's turning around like that was not funny. And I'm like, yeah, well,
you had a lot of kids here, right?
Yeah, we did. We had about 100, 150 kids. So usually we have close to 500 here, but we still had 100, 150 kids. Yeah.
What'd your daughter dress up as, Anna?
Something. It was like one of those where she had a mask and a yellow suit. She was like one of those toxic guys. So she was prepared for the virus, that's for sure. And she was
right.
Oh,
so she takes after you with all the.
Yeah, she really does. She loves the urban legends more than the supernatural. She's trying to get into it like me, and sometimes it kind of freaks her out. So,
right, the urban legends though, they're cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
some. She loves them.
I know some like from back when I was a kid, man, and it's
Crybaby Bridge, and
or
Candyman.
Or I mean, this ain't so much urban, but like where we were on our bikes the other week, taking some photos. It's just the urban legends are
amazing,
are fun. But Anna, we're going to come up there in the spring.
Yep.
Good.
So you got to be our own personal
tour guide,
pizza provider, and tour guide when we get to Jersey.
I will make sure the pizza's there.
I was there at pizza. I don't care about what happens after that. We're good.
But I didn't realize. I mean, all the years I've known you now, I didn't know you lived right there by the Pine Barrens. That's damn.
It's why crazy. Didn't you know? It's over here. Huh?
So
why didn't you tell me that?
You never asked.
Kelly wants to know, when's your next event coming, or online or in person?
I'm planning on. I will post in my paranormal group. I plan on going to a historical village. It's way up north. I will post all the information. Hopefully by next weekend. My next event online, I try to do them once every week now. So if I have something new or anything coming up, I try to keep up with the updates online and everything. So don't worry, I'll keep you all posted as much as I can.
And you're going to post it where?
Paranormal Inc.
There you go. Got it.
For right now, Anna, how can people find you?
I am on Facebook, of course, like everybody else. I have about 3-4 Facebook pages. My psychic medium is the psychic medium. It doesn't have like Anna Brandimarte under it. The Smell Candle Shop is just one name. The Research of the Unknown is one name. And I just created my YouTube channel. So there's more to come with that as well.
Throw some links up on Paranormal Inc. to all of them, and just let people know what they're about.
Put them all up there.
I will. I'll make sure I will.
And
definitely.
So is the spring a good time to come up there for that excursion?
Yeah. The spring and the fall are the best times up here.
Right.
Nice. Very nice.
I think spring, because I think we'll go in the spring.
Yeah, you don't want to do it too hot, because going in the woods in the heat, not a good idea.
There's no snakes, right?
Oh, yeah, there is. They actually, when I was up there yesterday, they actually had signs for snakes to be aware of.
He'll hide.
You never know what you're going to get. So there's spirits who are crazy animals.
Okay, well, I'm the crazy animal. You hate the snakes, man.
The snakes, man.
Spiders for me, I can deal with.
I can deal with pretty much anything that comes at me. I mean, I'll pick it up, I'll toss it away. I don't care. But there's a few things that I won't go near.
If I see a snake, I literally faint.
Yep, spiders, cockroaches, bees, keep them away from me.
You know how you tease Callie,
right,
about being the fainting goat? You don't realize when I see it is so. We
have a young lady that her nickname, and I hope she's watching, Callie. We nicknamed her Fainting Goat because if you come up to her in the dark and go, "Ha!" she'll be like, "No."
I can be the same way too. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look. So,
Anna, any closing remarks, my dear? You want to get out there, or any questions?
Yes. Please like and share as much as you can once you enter my pages, especially this Fell Candle Shop. Like and share as much as you can. I would really appreciate it.
yeah, throw them up all in Paranormal Inc. side. We'll publish them around, spam them around to we can send people your way.
You get all that?
Yes, I did.
Anna, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know it was long anticipated, and we definitely want to have you back.
Oh, I will be back. Don't worry.
I was going to say, if that's good with you.
Definitely.
And hopefully, we can get together and, be at an event together before the next Gettysburg Bash.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
Please. I'll keep my eye out. So.
And I will keep you posted and get us some information so Dave can come up there in the spring in them snake-infested woods and send me pictures of what it looked like.
Yeah, well, if I ever go up there, before you guys go up there, I'll take pictures and show you guys, like, be aware of this and don't enter there. And so this way you guys will be all set and ready.
Anna, you're not helping the case any by saying all that.
That's what you get for Jersey.
He'll be like going, Dave, go investigate that.
No. But sometimes you want to, it's like, oh, that's cool, but there's stuff in there.
Because I'm not a hunter because I couldn't kill an animal, but is there, like, I know there's like flea repellent and roach repellent. Is there snake repellent?
Yes.
So I can like spray something that'll keep the snakes away.
Well, it was not all of them, but yes, absolutely. They do make snake repellent.
So we're gonna
find it.
So we're gonna have pizza and snake repellent waiting when we get there.
Yep.
Anna, thank you, my dear. It's been
thank you very much for having me on. It was an honor.
And I will be in touch. And hey, anything good happens or you capture anything good or
I'll keep you guys posted, and I will like and share your show every Sunday.
All right, baby.
Thanks, sweetie.
See you soon, Anna.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
She's so funny.
Oh, I love her to death.
She's so funny. In person, I don't know what it is, man, but Anna's just, she cracks me up. Oh, she does.
She's hysterical.
When we're all in Gettysburg, man, she's so funny. I didn't know I know she lives in Toms River, New Jersey.
Okay.
And the reason I know that is because when I said, what part of Jersey are you from? And she said, Toms River. I'm like, oh shit, that's where Frankie Edgar's from. And so that's why it stuck with me. But I had no clue that town was that close to the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, we definitely got to go up there.
Yes, that's gonna.
I'm excited.
We're gonna hook that up.
Hell yeah.
Anything else about last night?
No,
David
last
Seiler?
night. I mean, a lot of the people that were there are actually online with us. And, God bless. That place was wicked wild. Grace was up. We were upstairs in the third floor where that window is.
Yes.
To let you guys know, this place used to be way back in the day an underground railroad stop. Downstairs in the basement, you can actually still see the archway that was filled in. That used to go have a tunnel underneath the roads and all the way to the river to let people in at night. And upstairs, they have this window in the middle of nowhere. And if you look in left and right, it's a room that has no steps, no doors. It's just this window.
It looks like they basically cut a square out of a concrete wall.
Right, and put a room behind it.
Yeah.
And on the front of it, there is a like two where it looks like where bookcases would be.
Yes.
So most likely it was a hidden room there. So we're in there and there's rafters in there. And my daughter Grace looks up and says, looks like there's a little boy sitting there dangling his feet. And people are taking pictures. Somebody actually sent me a picture today. You can actually see the outline of what looks like a little boy and two little feet dangling.
Yeah. Well, we had the one, you weren't with us at the time, but I had the one experience, and I was talking about this with Kelly prior to the show tonight. We were in the same room, with the window cut out.
Right.
And I was actually sitting on the floor. And I think it was Amy who owns the place. She very dimly lit her flashlight When her flashlight illuminated, it bounced off the floor over in the rafters. You know, Dave, where the ceiling comes down like an A-frame?
Right.
This is the best way I can describe it. I saw someone squatting down there like a baseball catcher.
Wait, let me ask. Was it in and to the left in that back corner?
Yes. It was between the two beams.
Who was it? It was actually Amy. Amy was up there with us the same time, the little boy, and we all heard a thump over there. And we looked, and we heard a thump over there again. And she's like, "Is there somebody in that corner?" It looked like they were squatting down.
Well, this was actually, it was quick, but it was alarming because it wasn't a mist. It wasn't a shadow. That quick, it looked like a human person, okay? And my first thought was, you know, we met everyone that came last night. The person that I saw was not part of the guests. So my very first thought that flashed in my mind was all along someone, what's that? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
it was Kim. But my first thought was somebody has been like lying in wait and snuck in here prior because it was human looking. And
wow.
It just looked like they were squatting down in the corner by the A-frame, like trying to duck us out. And it was the craziest thing, but I didn't take my eyes off of it because I was trying to make sense of who the hell is that?
Sitting there
and then
squatting.
It was gone.
Oh, wow.
And it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Sam Miller Mansion up in Columbia, PA, guys. If you see anything up there, toursonlocust.com.
Yes.
If you guys see any of their events and can get up there, with or without us, get up there. The place is
like I said,
insane.
I actually spoke to Amy and Chris last night, and it looks like we're shooting for another public investigation date for next month already. So as soon as I confirm that date, I got to check our schedule. You know what I mean? We'll hook it up and we'll get that.
Definitely.
But if you haven't been there, you
got to go.
Want to go.
Yeah, you got to go. I mean, we've been there, 3-4 times now?
Today. Yesterday, I think was 3 because we did the grand opening. We did another event.
Right.
And last night was the makeup. I think it was 3. Yeah. 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 3.
You sure? I think it's 4.
No, there's 3.
Okay.
Just like you thought. Episode
1, 7, 9.
Just like
don't go there. Just don't go there.
Thought episode 31 was up. Anyway.
My number count missed a number.
Check this out, man. Guess who's going to be our guest in 2 weeks?
Who's that?
We're having her back. April.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking about what went on at the Reliance 2 weeks ago.
Y'all are going to get a good laugh because he scared the yell out of me. Really, he scared the yell out of me to the point where my knee, I'll scream, I'll jump. He made me fall.
Yeah, I was going to say this time he didn't run.
I didn't run. I did a fainting goat, which made somebody behind me do a fainting goat, which made a lady run, which made a guy in front fall over laughing.
All I know is when I hit that hallway, I heard Dave scream and I seen him fall. I seen Ali fall. And then another man was like bent over. I thought he was going into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, at first you scared him, and then he started laughing.
And I'm like, what the hell? I said, Dave,
he came out of nowhere and scared the hell out of like 5 of us.
I was like, Dave, what the hell's going on?
He's like, we'll give you more details on that on the next show.
But yeah, 2 weeks, we're going to have April back, the psychic housewife of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. And we have posted a video up on it, almost 2.5 hour video up on our YouTube channel of really cool activity up there. Really cool activity.
Yeah, the Reliance. It took me by surprise.
Yeah, it did.
You know
I didn't expect to have that much.
I mean, you know me, David. I don't ever expect nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just that guy. Like, here we go. You know, and that started to come to life, man.
Yeah,
and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it did.
You know, and Ali caught that amazing shadow figure that we're going to get that up there when we have April.
We'll make sure he gets that where I can put it up here where you guys can see it because he has 3 pictures. One of them is blank, 2 of them is blank, and the third one you can see the shadow figure. I mean, black mask, blacking everything out.
Right.
You can see his foot, you can see his hand, you can see his face.
But going back to last night real quick before we end it, I want to thank Kelly Miller and Katie and
definitely
Kim and her friend Leah. They're such good investigators, man. Leah was
Girls and Ghosts.
Yeah, Leah was Angels and Ghosts.
Or Angels and Ghosts.
Leah was
my bad. I made the logo. I don't.
Kim's friend Leah was such an intense investigator,
awesome.
man. I really, they were so credible. You know what I mean? And just it was first time, we investigated with them. I mean, we've known Kim for 3 years, and Michelle from New Jersey Paranormal Investigations. Michelle and her daughters joined us again. They are absolutely awesome. Thank you for the gift, Michelle. I actually used it today. Do I smell like honey? And of course, Ali. Yeah, Ali's back in the game. I haven't seen Ali in 5 years, and he was at the Reliance 2 weeks ago, and then again last night. And then of course, there's Jenny, aka the Ghost Magnet.
She is amazing.
She is so much fun, man. I like, whether we're out
Did you
paranormal
know she speaks Russian?
I did not know that.
That took me by surprise last night because you actually downstairs we started getting.
Do you know Russian?
So
how do you know if she was legit?
I don't know.
I
know with like 3 words.
Messing with you, Jenny. But
no, she went. We were getting words, and then she'd say something, and she's like, "I'm asking them this," and then she'd get a response, and in Russian.
Wow.
Yeah, that was downstairs. So,
we always take for granted that, we're going to make contact and they're going to speak English.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try a little bit of German, I try a little bit of French, and I can BS my way through some Spanish, but she went full tilt on Russian last night, which was great.
But yeah, definitely check us out in 2 weeks on the 22nd, man, when we have April back. Last show she was on was amazing. April is
incredible.
Yes, absolutely amazing. On and off the field. I mean, the way you see her on, the all the videos she's on and all this and that. She's just as much a sweetheart in person and as a friend as she is. Yeah, she's really, really cool. So, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Again, this hour went so quick.
It did.
Anna, if you're still watching, thank you, dear.
Yep, she's waving.
She's
still got her in the green room down there.
She is. Hey, Anna.
That's sweetie.
You guys can't see her, but she's flipping Dave off right now. Good for you, Anna. Oh, there she is. Ah! All right, guys. Thank you. We love you all, and see you in 2 weeks when we have April back.
Yep. Peace out, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Wrong one. Wrong button.
You've been listening to Step Into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler. Thank you for listening, and listen in next week for another topic and more great guests right here on WLFE DB Radio Network.